welcome to another Soul Food Saturday. This week we are getting a bit spicy. Yes folks, I am going to heat things up because I'm working on my menu for when the TV show drops on November 19th. Are you working on yours? Let me know in the comments. Mine is going to be hot and spicy all the way through. And the only starter I could think of, or I don't know, end of the dish, start of the dish, wherever you want to eat it really, because you know, honey cakes are amazing, is I'm going to make a spicy honey cake. So I'm going back to my original honey cake recipe. I'm spicing it up. Making it zesty, as someone once said to me. I don't think zesty works, but we're going to throw that in there anyway as a simile. What, cinnamon? Synonym. That's the word I'm going for. There we go. So let's get to it, folks. You'll need these ingredients. Okay, folks, so you're going to need 300 grams of self-raising flour, you need 225 grams of butter, 250 grams of honey, quite obviously, 100 grams of some dark sugar. I've gone for muscavdo sugar here, but you can go whichever type of dark sugar you like. 3 eggs, and because I'm spicing up, I've got a couple of chilies in the go. This one is totally up to you. You decide your level of spice, how much you want. I'm going for just a couple of these. You want to throw in, I don't know, some sort of ghost naga chili pepper thing and burn your tongue off with honey? You go right ahead. That's absolutely your choice. You want to be metal like that, you do it. I'm going for a couple here because I just want a bit of zest in my honey cake. Yes, I'm going to keep using that word. It's a fun word, apparently. Right, very simple. We're just going to throw the sugar, just like that. The butter, if it comes out of the bowl. There we go. And the honey into my bowl here. And you're going to want to melt this all down. But the key difference here compared to the last time I made this dish, we're going to throw in the chilies. So I've decided I'm going to chop these and de-seed them because I just want a little bit of zing to the dish. I don't want to burn my tongue off. So, but if you want to throw the seeds in and then strain them out afterwards, that's fine. I am going to strain these out, pick these out. You don't want to leave chilies actually in the dish. Well, maybe you do. Maybe you're Looney. Maybe you're the Forsaken. Maybe you're the Dark One, and you want all that going on in your dish, and you want to bite in the chili mid honey cake. Yeah, you do you. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So let's chop these up and throw them in as well. Okay folks, so I've taken all the seeds out and I've just gone for one green, one red. I'm going to throw them in there as well. I've had an update on the word zesty as well, by the way folks. And that is a strong, pleasant and somewhat spicy flavour that is lively and some other word that I've forgotten because I've now tried to say this 5 times. So yeah folks, that's zesty. So we're going to keep saying zesty. I got corrected, but yeah. So we're going to melt this on a low heat. So you want to melt this down on a low heat until all this is melted together because we've got a lot of butter here. And this is when all the chili is going to infuse the honey cake with its zest. And hopefully make it have a little bit of zing, a little bit of pep to it, and not be, I need to drink a gallon of milk after this. So let's come back when this is melted. Okay folks, now you've got it nice and runny, you want to be turning the heat all the way up and you want to get this boiling for no more than 1 minute. Once you've done that, you want to turn the heat off and let it cool. So I've had this boiling for a minute now, and I've turned off the heat, and I'm going to let this sit and cool, because next is adding the eggs, and if you add the next is adding the eggs, and if you add the eggs while this is hot, you won't mix them in, you will scramble them instead, and nobody wants scrambled egg in honey cake, even if we are making it spicy. So, whilst you're waiting for this mixture to cool down, if you've thrown chilies in at this stage, still leave them in. We won't take them out until we go to remove the eggs and this is cooled down. because this is bloody hot. Don't stick your fingers in it. This is literally boiled sugar at this stage and fat. So yeah, stick your finger in that and you are going to get one heck of a burn, and you don't want that, folks. So let that cool down completely. And whilst you're waiting on that, now is a good time to butter up your pan. Whatever pan you might be using for this. I'm going to use a bread pan because I love making a honey cake that's kind of like a loaf shape, and then I can cut beautiful slices out of it. So that's how I enjoy making my honey cake. So butter that up, or grease it up, however you want to do it. I suggest butter, that's the best way. And you want to turn your oven on as well so you can preheat. We are going for gas mark 3. It's 140 degrees centigrade if it's fan force, 160 if it's not. And I'll put on screen somewhere what that is in Fahrenheit because I never remember to look it up in advance. See ya in half an hour or whatever when this is cooled down. Bye! Alright folks, so this has cooled down now to quite a gelatinous state. This is where we will be removing the peppers, the chilies, because we don't want to put them in the actual cake. So take those out if you've put them in, if you're making the spicy version of this. Now this is where you need some kind of like spiced meat or something you could then just serve them with, because these would be beautiful. They're probably quite nice just to eat by themselves, but we won't use them in the cake today. And now you want to be throwing in your eggs. So let's bring it over. Crack these bad boys in. Alright, let's mix these in. So pour that into there. The whole lot. That's it. And then you want to mix this together until you get a nice runny mixture. Don't go crazy beating this at first unless you want to decorate your kitchen in flour, because it would puff up and we don't want that. But yeah, start gently as it gets mixed in, go firmer until you have your mixture. We're starting to get somewhere now. Look at that beautiful colour. We'll go very light golden brown. Make sure you've mixed all of it in. Wonderful. And now we want to put it into our baking tin. Ta-da! So this is obviously heavily buttered because I don't want it to stick. And we're just going to pour the mix in. Now I've made this recipe before and I've used this cake tin every time, so I know that it's going to fit, even though it looks like I'm going to overflow the damn thing. Even when it rises up, it still fits in the pan nicely. So yeah, I'm using self-raising flour, but as you can see, it's not all the way. And yeah, it's going to fill it nicely and it's going to be delicious. Alright, we're going to pop this in the oven for an hour. Remember, gas mark 3, whatever it was, centigrade and Fahrenheit, on the screen again probably. And yeah, we're going to bake it off for at least an hour until you can put in a skewer or a knife or something like that and it comes out clean. And you don't want it to burn. So make sure to put it at the center of your oven. Make sure you have the temperature correct, because if you go too high you're going to burn it. And then we're going to take it out and give it a taste test and see how spicy we've made it. So check back with you in an hour. Alright folks, it's go time. This cake is baked for probably about an hour and 10, hour and 15 minutes. It does take quite a while to bake, but it's done. It's cooled. It's sufficiently ready to be viewed and glazed. So let's have some fun. Voila! There's my honey cake. Contain the drool, contain the drool. It's just, I love honey cakes, and this I think is going to be extra special, but it needs glazing. And what do you glaze a honey cake with, folks? Yes, that's right. More honey! So let's get more honey. So normally I'm very sort of organized and clean about this, but today we're going to go a little wild and just drizzle the hell out of this. Look at that. Smother the damn thing in honey. I can hear my roommate drooling in the background already. No, no, no. Right. Let's cut into this bad boy. Give it a taste. Are you ready for this, folks? Can you see the steam? It smells incredible. It's still juicy and moist in the center, very soft and fluffy. Oh my god. That was great. That is amazing. And it has a beautiful little zing and zest at the end of it, which is just incredible. I might eat this whole cake myself. It's pretty spectacular, I have to say. Anyway, folks, that is the first dish for my viewing party menu. I'm also going to make Van's hot fish stew to go with this, and some hot apple brandy. Tam's hot apple brandy to go with this. And that is what me and my roommate are going to be dining on come November 19th when we enjoy The Wheel of Time on Amazon Prime. Hope you enjoyed watching me this Soul Food Saturday. I hope you try this out yourself, with or without spice. I recommend both options, they're great. And until next time, everybody, just keep enjoying honey cakes. Or as they like to say in the old tongue, Sugdrel Kwatan Nisagain. Bye bye.